All right, guys. What's up? What's up? Good morning and welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Hope you guys are doing well today. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are feeling ready to take on this sweet, sweet day. So there's a couple of stocks that I'm watching up. There is LYT. These are coming straight off the Momo scans. There's BREA, CERO, and IPA. Now there are some other stocks on the list, but they're like around 30%, and perhaps they can do something a little later into the day. But these are the few that I'm watching for now. Of course, as we go throughout the morning, I'll keep an eye on the scans, I'll keep an eye on the chat, and we'll see what we get. But LYT seems to be promising for now. Crop, what's up? Jack, what's going on? Amos, Brad, hope you guys are doing well. Crystal Ball, Ivan, Dan, or I should say Don Juan, Tisha, hope you guys are doing well. Chase, what's up? So yeah, let's get LYT on screen, and let's start with this one here. Nice red to green, by the way, over the last 30 minutes. So high point is at 11.58, not bad. Since then we've pulled back, and we've pulled back pretty low. But before this big pullback, we've been seeing levels around, what's this, 840 or so. But since then we've pushed up, right? We pushed up in this recent red to green, and we have a tight consolidation with lows at 9.58. So hopefully we can hold up this level and continue a little higher. I'd love to see it above 10.50 for this short-term area here that we're in, and then of course a push to 11.58 up at the high point. So LYT on the daily chart. This is a familiar sounding stock. I think we traded it before. We have levels at 13.38 on the daily. Potential resistance. 13.38. Yeah, so that was on January 18th. We pushed up and then it kind of came back down. Other than that, I'm seeing that the 200 EMA on E-Trade, Thinkorswim's giving me a different read. E-Trade is telling me about 27. So we'll see how it goes. LYT looks decent, at least for a move over to pre-market highs. And maybe a push up to 13, 14 bucks would also be nice to see. Let's see, back in June of last year, we got up to 47. That was quite the push back then. I think even more than that. Let me make sure to turn on my screen recording right away, because yesterday, I don't know what in the world happened. But anyhow, LYT is looking good. So I'm going to move on to the next stock. And that'll be CERO. CERO. This one, we got a high of 27.68. Since then, we have pulled back to lows all the way at $10. So I'd hope this one can give a nice red to green. That could be good to see. 10 for the lows here. Even if we can get to 15, right? It doesn't have to get back to 27, but if we can see 15, $5 a share, that could be a pretty nice move. And it seems like it might have been a recent IPO. If not, maybe a recent name change. Yeah, it looks like it might have been a recent IPO. 1238, 1280 was a bit of a level. I'm gonna put 1250. If we can get back over 1250 and then push up a little bit. So again, we'll need to see that red to green. I'm primarily looking for something that's uptrending. So we'll see how this one does. CERO up 300%, right? 2 million shares of volume. LYT up 300%, 8 million shares of volume. And then there's BREA, which is up 125%. This one has 18 million shares of volume. And it's moving up. Is this one worth watching? CELZ. Seeing it on my E-Trade broker here. Perhaps, right? Perhaps. I'm going to put it into the recents here. CELZ. Yeah, a continuation kind of name, but we really, hold on, I'm going to come back to the other one in a sec. We really need this over, what's that, 672. We need this to hold up 670, and then about the $7 area, 701. So this is good. This is good for CELZ here. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to get rid of some of these previous trend lines. It's really moving, actually. So we got some like surprise move here. CELZ. And this one is now up, let's see, 77%. Okay. All right. I don't mind. The daily chart is a little messy though. We've gapped up a ton of times before and faded out. Let's see. It's a little messy on the daily chart, but you got to work with what you got. I'd say, can we get up to 920? Yeah, we got up to 920 actually, and if so, 1060 and then maybe 1330. So I'm gonna put these trend lines up here. 920, CELZ, 1060 is the area to watch out for just in case. And then 60. And then if it does get over that level, I'd expect 1330. There's another trend line or another candle up there. 1330. On February 8th, 2023, we had 1420. And on, what's that, April 12th, we had 1330. So CELZ, as a 2-minute warning, is going off, a bit of a surprise move. And then we also have BREA, which we were just looking at, 322 for the highs here. Again, it's another one of those days where it's like, it seems like there'll be a lot of stocks. Low of this move is around what's that, about 213. So we'll see how this one does. The daily chart seems decent, but we definitely want to get over, $3. But we'll see how this does, right? 520, 540 if it really does get going for this one here. So yeah, coming into the open, as usual, I'm looking to start off a little slow, smaller size, make sure I get a good grasp on the risk of these stocks, right? And then from there, if we can see something that's strong, that's holding up, I'll look forward to being a little bit more on the aggressive side. So for those of you tuning in on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Remember the risks. Remember that day trading is high risk. Remember that day trading is difficult. So take it slow, depending on where you are in your learning curve. Respect it. Take it slow. Take it easy. Manage risk. Remember, the live streams are never an invitation to copy trade. Copy trading is disastrous and madness, and is a no-go in this community. Other than that, remember, I do not invest for my subscribers, right? So be careful of those fake accounts out there. I do not do any copy trading or mirror trading, all right? So stay safe, and let's have a sweet day of trading here, watching LYT and CELZ into the open here. LYT, we'd love to see it over 1050, but it's currently at 950. We'll see how it does. We're seeing some action on CELZ, but it has a spread. It might get halted down. I'm going to take a loss on CELZ. Try again. Okay. Massive spreads though. The open is always, you know, so-so. The open is always a mess. Good fill, but it's up and then back down. What does this mean? CELZ. It is off screen for now. Should have had more size, but CELZ looks like it's the one. 851 for the halt up. It's trying. False halt. False halt. False halt. The halt level is extended. Fair fill. It's now at 81. We got to be careful if it dips. CELZ, halting up. I do apologize for these trades being off the screen on YouTube, but can't help it. It looks like it'll get locked in here. Switching back to LYT, which seems to be pushing up on the other hand. And yes, it is. My fills are good. I need to use size. Fills are good. 1040. Will we get a pullback? 60s, 80. Halt is at 1102. Oh my gosh. It's not even dipping. I came on time, just wasn't as aggressive as I needed to be. But it's a good start to the day. We're up small green, which is good. LYT getting halted at 1102. Should have done better there, man. I was way early. Was way early to that one. Shit. Steve, thanks, brother. Thank you to Big Steve. Thank you to Big Steve, man. What would we do without him? I'm gonna get a small 40 bucks on BREA sell-off. You know, when I'm stepping off the screen, trying to blow my nose because it's always so stuffy. CERO. Oh, 40-cent spreads. It's not good. Okay, what time is the resumption? 32:05. 37:05. 37:05. I mean, I think I want to be aggressive, man. I'm only up $1,000, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go for it. Is there going to be a lot of risk Of course there is, but today, risk management is my middle name. Relentless trader will be going for it. But if I lose, I'll be red. If I lose on this stock, I'll be red immediately. But I'm gonna go for it. If it goes well, maybe I get up to like 2 or 3K. If it goes very well, if not, I'll be red. So I'm risking $900 right now just to see what it does. I'm okay with that. Let's do it. It's a lot of money to be risking, but today I want to smoke. Today I'm outside and I'm ready. $37.05. Share size is set. Let's see what it does. We're at 881. 920 is the pre-market high. 881 looks decent, looks good. CELZ, no fear, no hesitation. I'm looking for the dip and rip. If it opens up higher and doesn't dip, I might still take it, but it'll be aggressive entry for sure. Five seconds. 881. Here we go. Is it a 10-minute? It looks like it'll be 10 minutes. CELZ. So switching to the other one, LYT. Hopefully this one is 5 because we don't want to be. This one's supposed to be at 53. We don't want to be waiting 10 minutes again for this one too. 1102, 53, LYT. We got a couple seconds. No fear, no hesitation. Gosh. They're both 10 minutes. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. Don't worry, I'm not anxious or anything, but would have loved to have been trading. So we gotta wait some more. Let's see, BREA, CERO, IPA. Waiting patiently. So CELZ will resume first by at least 40 seconds or so. But that move up on this thing was the real deal. So 42.05. We got a couple seconds. I gotta take off that YouTube membership thing. I actually forgot that was the thing. For those of you who are tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. I gotta write that down. What time is it? 39? Okay, we got a couple minutes. Let me add it to the list. Every few days we make a new list of stuff to do. The YouTube content will be free. Free. Alright, let's say it has been. 42.05. I'm actually feeling a little nervy, which is crazy. But don't worry, I'll be executing to the best of my abilities here. Pastor, Pastor. These are the days that I've been waiting for. Now, hopefully, we can get some sweet trades on these two resumptions. 881. We got less than a minute. No fear, no hesitation. I'll be looking for the entry. If I see it, I'll take it. I'll accept the risk. If it doesn't give me the entry, I'll be easing off and looking at the other stock. $42.05 for CELZ. $42.05. We got a couple seconds. We're at 881. Not bad. Lovely. I'm being aggressive. It might dip again. Do not fail. Watch for that bigger pullback here. It held. Perhaps it keeps going. Yep, I was early there. Could have avoided that loss. 36. The other one is going to resume. I'm going to miss it. $64. It might be a false halt down. Maybe not. Okay, checking out the other one. I thought I made more than I did there. This is a low 1105. High of the current candles 98. It'll be off screen. Break of 12, a couple cents. Seems to be holding. Damn it. Yo, do not fill me into the moon like that. Come on. Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of fill, so that kind of just came out. Can we see over 13? Can we see over 13? We will. Damn, not the fill on the ask, bro. I could have gotten that sweet fill, but somehow I didn't. It's choppy up here. I might let it go through 1350. If not, can we see a dip? These trades are off screen. I need size. It might go here. Oh. These trades are off screen. I still can't move my hands. Not yet. Not yet. Taking this dip. Oh, no, it's going lower. That looked good at 64. I'll try again one more time. I did drop down in size. We got a high 14. Here, I think I can pull it up now. LYT. The low, I can't even see the low of my chart. There's 20. I'll try this. There's a hidden seller up there, perhaps 58. 82 is kind of high, but we'll get a bounce. What's the 5-minute candlesticks looking like? It looks like it's holding up, to be honest. Low, 37. It looks good. It looks healthy. I think I'm going to try to take the 5-minute setup. If it breaks down, I'm going to give it a wide stop and hold longer for a trade here, perhaps. But I will accept a big loss. I'm already going to just write it off as a big loss. But am I going to get the dip again? Probably not. The height of candle is 75. Lower, lower. Lower. It's not going down. Yeah, it's not going down. Son of a gun. I should have just took 60. Would have been good enough. So over 50, we should get the retest of 75, I think. Still waiting patiently. This 5-minute candle has 2 minutes and about 20 seconds. This is kind of high, but I'll try. Perhaps out too soon. Keeping the wrist tight. I'll take the couple cents. Over 50, we should get that test of 75. What is it going to be? Oh, it's coming down again. Keeping it tight. In and out right there quickly in the spreads. $75. It could flush down here, but I'm being more aggressive. 65. If it bounces, I'll hold this longer. If not, son of a gun. It might be holding. One more time. Come on. KB, 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 KB. All right. This could be good. We gotta get through 50 though. Big size, big size. There's some sellers up here. That could have just went all the way. There's sellers. Are we gonna try again? I might go long if it does. Oh, why they filling me like this, man? I should have just held that trade. Yeah, 45. See, is the higher fill in there that makes me not want to hold that entry. But it's a great trade. Getting filled into the depths, into the moon. So we want to see over 50 and over 75. You're going to be patient here. Oh, I was late there. Can we get that extra bounce? Back out. I was pulling up a different order entry, so I missed that pullback. We still got to get over 50 and we got to hold up above 30. That's the range that I'm seeing here. The risk is real. what will it do next? Nobody knows. So we have to, we have to all manage risk accordingly. I'm gonna wait. Can we get over 50? Oh, okay. I try again. Can we keep going? Okay, perhaps not. All right, maybe I ease off here and wait because the 5-minute volume is kind of high on that last red candle. Compared to the last 2 days, this is a much better start. So I got to protect the profits very well. Can't afford to overtrade and be too aggressive in the wrong areas. We are bouncing back from that low of 03. High of the last candle is 92. We really need the 5-minute candle to make the new high. We have 3 minutes until that candle. CELZ, what's going on? 10-minute halt down. I think there should be a dip here, so I'm going to watch small size. You can pull it up. 43.31. It depends on how it's showing. 706. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. There's a breakdown for LYT, perhaps a small bounce. Oh, not really bouncing. 53.31 CELZ, watching. We got a couple seconds. It still didn't resume. Is it 15 minutes? Or is my math off? It seems like it might be 15 minutes. If you have shares, it's best to just keep watching it just in case it resumes. Sometimes it will resume at a random time frame. VREA, CELZ, CREO, IPA, LYT. So if it's not 53, it'll be 58.31. And LYT still seems to be holding up a little bit. Maybe it could sell off some more, but so far we're seeing 1060. We needed, what was it, 1150? OCA. Ay, ay, ay. 30%. There's a resumption. $29. LYT, I think 1250 was the level. LYT is curling up again. I think we'll trade the other one off screen. LYT, back in business. 1222 is the 5-minute candle to make the new high. Yeah, it did look like it was holding up 1060, man. I probably should have paid more attention to it. That's a dollar share move up. I was aggressive, but okay. CELZ 58, so we got 2 minutes. LYT, there's 1190. It's extended, but you know, I don't know. And then OCA back over the highs. Strange one. 45,000 share buyer, 41,000 share buyer, OCEA moving up. The low is 39, LYT. 1222 to 5-minute candle to make the new high. This looks pretty healthy, looks pretty good. I needed to be in already. If I could have gotten 1140, could have been good. Tight stop here. Oh, 15. There's a spread. Yeah, that was such a poor trade. What am I waiting on? Judgment Day? The entry staring at me in the face. I'm still waiting. Then I buy late. The resumption on the other one is coming up. It seems like it's not. It's like I'd like to see it sell off more. CELZ. I'd love to see it sell off and then try because it's like chopping on the way up, and there's 657 for the halt down. But it's too close to get involved. That wouldn't have been a bad dip. We've lost money. We've lost money here. We got to be careful. Okay, LYT is the one I need to watch and I need to pay attention to. What's the low? 08 and 04. High of 64. This is the one to watch. Okay, locking in LYT. Think we can see a red to green back to the highs eventually on this stock. All right. We've been having a flag. We had a low of 11, high of 12. Low of the move has been 65. What time is it? Okay, we got a new 5-minute candle. This could be backside already, so maybe I size down some more across the board. It's possible that this is backside. I don't know for sure. I think it can still do more, but IFD volume is on a red 5-minute candle. That's not a great sign. We haven't been able to make a new high. We've been having lower highs on the 5. We had the bottom at 1060, but will we be able to get over 12 and 1250 to Mean business. I'm interested in going long in this area here, but we need volume. 77, 83. It needs to be faster. Okay, 93, 97. Can we keep going? All right, all right. Fudge. Too much confidence there. And that's a 40-cent loss, 1,500 shares. Good thing I reduced my max size. It's a false breakout. We're supposed to get 1250 there. The moment I buy 1205, 1160, and it's going to the depths. There should be a bounce here though. Yeah, the spreads are pretty big, but we are getting a bit of a bounce. This is 1060, the previous low. We had 1070, but perhaps it's lingering now, so maybe it comes down some more. We'll see. Waiting patiently. Those are good trades though, because ultimately, if we're strong, we get the equal and opposite reaction, which is instead of a drop to 1150, we get the push up, and then maybe it continues. The right thing in that situation is to always keep stop tight for myself and how I'm trading here. It's fighting at 60, but will we break down? It's fighting. Held up again, just this fourth time. Held up again. Still wants to dance. But you got to be confident in the entry there though. If you take 65, 60, here we are back at 11, right? 40-cent potential winner. But the risk of that flush out is definitely high. So I haven't been trading the lows. I tried the high rejected. The lows are holding up. Perhaps I make an adjustment. Let me keep rotating on the other side too, because BREA, how are we doing? Not much. OCEA, kind of tricky. IPA, CERO. Anybody looking at SOUN? AISP from yesterday as well. Let me see. AISP. Not looking good. SOUN, not bad, not a bad push, but IMRN, kind of interesting. I'm gonna still keep an eye on LYT, perhaps around 60. But again, that risk of the breakdown is definitely real. Nice dip there. Low of 91, back to 408. IMRN. LYT. Still keeping an eye. There's 12. 20. Not bad. 25. There's a bit. Okay. Try not to buy super high, but 27 for the highs. It seems like there's a delay in between when I cancel my order and when it actually gets canceled. Yesterday, I was rewatching the video and I canceled the trade and I somehow still get filled like a second later. What's the float on this thing, man? What's up? 11, 15, 24. Can we get that new high over 30? There's LYT at 65 again. How's it gonna do this time? Taking my couple cents, 10-cent trade LYT. It's back to 11, so it's holding up. Maybe too much paper hands on my side there. Trying to sell the ask, man. Tell you. Trying to sell the ask sometimes is a nightmare as well. I missed out on a big trade on the other stock like that. LYT breaking down a bit. CELZ curling up. The halt up is at 47 for CELZ. There it is. It might get locked in. CELZ. Red to green. False halt. The halt is now 65. CELZ. CELZ dipping, but is this a good dip? Hard to say. Yeah, it's a good dip. I'm out too soon. I had a guy yesterday in the comments saying that the way how I trade, it looks like I'm just guessing. It's like, yeah, this guy's strategy is just a whole lot of guessing. And I started laughing so hard. You know, imagine we're on here and it's, you know, guessing 101, you know? You know, from the outside looking in, I can definitely understand why somebody would think that. It's a fair assumption from a distance. There's a bid down here. There's a bid down here. What I call it is that what I say is that my bias is sometimes changing very quickly, and part of my strategy is also, if it's not going in my favor immediately, that I should be cutting the trade. Like that. And then I'll get back in. Can we get the bounce? Or is it going to go to the depths? It's not immediate, so I'll be back out. We're losing here, so we might want to size down a bit. Consecutive losing trades. 86. I might try one more time. $78. The selling isn't heavy, but we're also not bouncing. We want to see it bounce. I'll be back in again. Can we get a continued push? If not, I'll be back out. Oh, 07 by 22. The 1 minute candle has made the new high right there. Yeah, like you can't guess and be this right this many times for this many days for this many years. Like that's also another assumption, right? I mean, that's not even an assumption, that's just a fact. Like if I was guessing, you know, you can't make money consistently without something that's you know working. Not even the luckiest person alive can just get lucky every day for years. Even if you got beginner's luck, your luck is gonna run out. And then you'll be faced with reality. Which many of us have been humbled, even myself, right? You come into the market in the very beginning, you think you know what you're doing. Turned out you didn't know anything. Turned out you were just gambling at that point because, you know, knowing what you know now versus what you knew back then, you didn't know anything. You just showed up and thought you were Houdini, and the act was up, right? After a few days or a few weeks. IMRN. Yeah, I have IMRN on my screen up here, but it needs to get over 30. It's stuck in this range here between like 4 and 420. We're up 166 on it. Right. We make decisions based on data. We got to analyze, interpret, and then make a decision. There's a hidden seller here, 20. Lots of buying, we're not going up. Versus the prices that's being displayed on the ask. There's 20 again. Still having trouble. And I have this as a daily level, so but yeah, you know, if we're on the backside of the morning, it's not a bad place for me to, you know, it's not a bad time for me to just like shut it down. I knocked over the mic. John B. Is John B the new pastor for the chat? holding it down, answering some questions. If that's the case, we appreciate it. But also just know when it comes to chats, not that I'm calling out John B in particular or anybody, but just know that uh, you don't know who the person is, right? It is a chat room, right? Unless they prove themselves who they are. Just a heads up. But definitely the people like John B, we appreciate you hanging out in the chat. John B, Treasure Hunt, everybody else. There's people that's been in this community that were like posting stuff that just wasn't real. And so, we caught on to them. I would mention names, but we're not going to do that. But yeah, you just got to take everything with a grain of salt, and ultimately, you got to do your own research. Unless the person is like to prove themselves credible. And definitely don't take any sort of financial advice or tax advice over the internet. Right? Make sure to always seek consulting from a professional. Even myself, right? I'm here and I'm just showing people what I do, right? When it comes to the classes and the course that I offer, I'm very upfront and I'm very honest. I'm very clear in letting students know that nothing is guaranteed, right? We can't guarantee that, hey, you're gonna come, you're gonna take this class, and you're gonna make thousands of dollars. We can't even do that. So you gotta understand the risks in every aspect, even when it comes to a chat room. For some people, they're good. They interact, they share, they talk. For others, it could be a distraction, right? Other times, you got to make sure the people who you're talking to are who they say they are. Yeah, this is not a style to be trading super aggressively with commissions. It can work, but there'll be some adjustments that'll need to be made. But for sure, I'm embracing the free commission style. If I could take 10,000 trades in one day, I would. But unfortunately, they're limiting us to a certain amount of orders. Or else I'd be on here all day, firing off. But for the people on the commission brokers, they have an advantage when it comes to getting faster fills. When you use a commission broker and you hit buy, it's like before you even send the order through, you're already filled. Versus this platform, it's like the orders just like yesterday was just awful, man. Yesterday was awful. Like the fills are just like sitting there, and I think I was getting targeted because not in a bad way per se, but we understand when you sell market what that means, and like the bid would be up 50 cents. The orders are wiped away. My order gets filled at the very low. I low take that drop, then it jumps back up 50 cents. All the bids come back in place, and then the stock keeps going. And I'm watching this like, are you kidding? I'm watching it and I'm smiling. I'm like, all right, cool. That was my day to pay up, right? If that's how they're doing it, cool. It's the part of doing business at this point. So ultimately, for this the sacrifice for free fills, this is what we have to deal with, and the people paying, they'll get the better, faster fills, but they'll be paying a small fee. So whichever one works best for your style, that's what you got to do. You got to deal with it. The next time I go on to the exchange, I'm going to take my laptop. I'm going to take my laptop and see if I can't just plug up to one of the terminals right there. Tell them I want some free commissions and fast fills. See what they say. Yeah, the hyper scalping style is a newer style of trade. This like people weren't really doing this up until Robinhood went free commissions and then all the other brokers went free commissions. Most people like the and some of the bigger traders will see this too, like the Tim Sykes, the humble traders, the warrior trader, like they're trading and like are in a much longer a lot of the times, maybe a few minutes for each trade. Like I remember there was a day I saw a WT video and this guy is trading pre-market and it's up like $5 a share and the stock is just going. He's just I can't do that type of stuff, man. For me, once I see a certain amount of gains, I have to take it. It doesn't align with me leaving it out there. And you know, back in the days, like even if I'm like looking to hold a little longer in some areas, the worst thing is to be up $1 a share and then the stock be flat and you're stopping out small green or for a red trade. And that's the mindset that some of these other people will have. So for me, even when commissions was here, I would always take a lot of trades because I wanted to take the money, take the money, take the money and run, take the money and run over and over, right? And um doing my first month of doing that, I became green gross. So I was like, all right, how can I do this exactly and then be green with commissions? And literally the next month, commissions gone. So I was like, all right, say less. I was like, say no more. In fact, I'm gonna take even more trades now. And so I did. And then at that very month, which I think was October 2019, that's when I started getting my PDT account ready. Because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a few months to get this account. Hold that thought. Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, 50. Talk to us nicely. Come on. I should have paid more than that. What's going on? 43. It's chopping a little bit. Can we get a dip? IMRN. I might miss this move here. Yeah. Yep. I just wasn't confident in it holding up, and I got 47. 6. I wasn't super confident in it holding up. Yeah, the price action on this one, a little interesting. Not the usual. So perhaps I stop. Can we get a bit bigger pullback here? It's not really dipping. 36 by 38. Over 30 though, right? Nice move. High was 58. Pretty fair fill. Can I see 39, 40, 45? All right, KB. KB, tell them talk to us nicely here. K of the B. So I'm giving this trade a chance right here because I think we should get this bounce back to 50, but maybe I add back right here. Shift V. Can I buy the bids? 500. Not gonna get the fill. Son of a gun. High of the last candle is 44. So I'm still also watching for the 1 minute candle to potentially make a new high. Like this is how like a humble trader type of people person would trade. Like as you know, I don't even know her stuff like that. Like hers more her videos I watch like psychology really, but trading style I want to believe she holds longer. So when people see like when I post on Twitter and people see that I took 100 trades in one day, they're like, "Oh my gosh, like how is this humanly possible?" And then two, how are your commissions? And it's like, where's this person living under a rock? Who still asks about commissions? You know? But I guess if you're just using a commission broker all your time, you're gonna probably, you know, have that assumption, right? That others are also doing the same. So I'm just gonna hold this break even here. Whatever this does, doesn't matter. All right, 45. I'll take something. I'll take a little something. And when I use size over 50, it better go here because then we're gonna give back all these gains. KB, KB. Cutting that. But yeah, you know, so I started just going crazy with all the commissions, man, and then I started to see even more consistency. Back then I was a maniac. I didn't even know there's just certain things I didn't know. So I was just, you know, I was just on YouTube here just doing my thing like every day, posting everything, you know. Relentless trader style. So I have videos of me trading on YouTube all the way back to like 2019, 2020. They're privated, but I still have them. I still have them there. I mean, they're so bad. Like, there's no camera. My mic is bad. You know, like I guess a lot of what's still happening now, right? My camera right now is still pretty bad. All you guys are complaining about my mic. What can I say, man? I'm rough around the edges. Taking that dip. Can we get a bounce? Okay, not bad. That was decent. There's that 91 at the VWAP. Can we see the bounce back over 4? We will. Not bad at all. And that right there is the panic flush. Right into VWAP. Anyhow, I think that might do it for today. Ultimately, trading is about having an edge. And this is why we tell people whatever works, works. Because in the broader community, there's 500 of you guys watching me right now. Half of the people, they don't trade like how I trade, or even more than half. A lot of you guys, some people are trading options. They're just here for the sense of the community. They're trading large caps. You know, sometimes they're trading some of these similar stocks, but they're holding longer. And so, whatever your style is, as long as it's working and your edge is working, that's all that matters. Is that you're being disciplined towards your system. You know, whether you follow the guy like Tim Sykes, Humble, you know, WT, Steven Ducks, Ricky, right? Ricky's another big time guy on YouTube. Whether you follow the system I'm following, right, with the quicker trades, it comes down to managing risk. It comes down to accepting risk. It comes down to understanding that it's difficult. It'll take months, more commonly years. And if you have that long-term mindset and you're willing to be humble in the sense of using small size, using the simulators, and not skipping the steps, then you can give yourself a proper chance. You know, ultimately, that's why anybody would start a business, is because there's a chance that it could work. This is a business. So, you know, you gotta do what's necessary. We gotta all look for ways to improve. You know, I always say, hey, in this community, screen record your trades. That way you can go back and see exactly what went wrong. Also use software to track your data, whether you're good at Excel or maybe you use TraderView. There's another one now called Kinfo. whatever platform it is that you're using to track your metrics. That way you can go back, just like these big companies can go back. Apple, hey, on January 27th of last year, how many sales did we have, and how many sales did we have in this particular region? What did this particular store do, right, in terms of revenue? Do we need to close down this store? Do we want to open up another one, right? How are the lines? All the different data you need to see. So if you have a good software, it's a business. If you can afford to, pay for the software, even if it's just for 1 month, so you can go back and see the last 2 months, 3 months of data, right? If you need to pay for a simulator that's real time and it's $150 a month, pay for the simulator. It's a business, and that's the cost of doing business. If you need a new computer, that's what you have to do, right? You need an extra screen. Why, you got to do what you got to do. You need a new router, a new mouse, a new keyboard, whatever it takes for you to be efficient at your business. So, following a style that's working, being disciplined. Sometimes it's a little tricky, right? Because even here in our community, like, we have students who will come in and who will sometimes, move away from the strategy. And it's always one of the hardest things, because it's hard to give feedback when the path that you're following is a different path, right? If you're, let's say, merging strategies, we recommend to stick to exactly what it is that we're doing. And so this is where you assess, right? You assess as the customer. Okay, I'm watching RT on YouTube. Do I like this approach to the market? Do I like this in and out, in and out, in and out? Is that something I see myself doing? Am I, like, you shop around, ultimately the customer has the choice, right? I don't even do any marketing. Like, maybe you say, okay, I do like this quicker style of trades. I can be in and out. I can cut loss quickly. Then this is something you give a try. But if not, it might be better to go elsewhere. If your personality is leaning more towards being in for, let's say, a few hours or a few days, right? If you want to be in for a few days swing trading, it's not going to make sense doing what I'm doing. That's just to be quite blunt and quite honest, right? So you got to see what suits your personality and what you see yourself doing. Almost like when you're going to university. You know, Man, I think I might want to do let's say, some sort of engineering, right? Some people might choose something on the arts, depending on who they see themselves being and what you're comfortable with doing. If you want to push yourself a little bit to adjust to it, that's not bad, but you definitely don't want to be trading this strategy and 5 other strategies and merging them all together. That makes it difficult to give feedback. So if you're here, you need to be here. You need to be following what it is that we're doing, what we're putting out, right? In terms of the classes, the lectures, the archives. When I get called for a mentor session, and I'm hearing about this options trade, that options trade, it's like, yo, I'm not even trading options here. Like, what's going on? Like, it becomes harder to give feedback. What I can do is kind of give you that general, like, push, but it's not the same feedback from that I would want to give. And I have to be upfront about that stuff. So for all of you who are coming in or who are looking to get in, this is what it is. There's nothing else. This is it. This is it, right? If you know something else, you have to, like, you have to leave that where that is and come in here ready to start from zero and build, right? Sometimes we come in and we like to think we know most of what we need to know, and now there's gaps in the bridge. Before you know it, you're walking and then you just drop. Like if you're playing Squid Games or something, you got to be willing to build that foundation, and have that, what was the word, right? That, is it humility, right? Where you're willing to take that step back to then go again. You got to say, okay, I've been doing this swing trading thing. I know a lot about candlesticks. But let me take that step back to see how these guys are interpreting these levels and how they're aligning it with the level 2 to then be able to take the trade, all the indicators they're using, their trend lines, and so forth. So to really get proper feedback and stand a great chance, you have to be following the blueprint that is here. Not a red print or a green print or an orange print. You got to be following the merciless market's way, right? And even then, it's still not guaranteed. Just how hard it is. Trading is risky, ladies and gentlemen. I'm missing a stock. Yeah, that's how it usually goes here. I start rambling on and I miss everything. The preaching has started. What's it called? MNMD. We got from, yeah, I did miss that. So from 1050 or 1020 to 11, that was a good push. Yeah, but we're getting ready to shut it down. Relentless is just keeping it real with the people, because ultimately I want this community to be the best community that is out there. And I think we stand a good shot at doing that. But we have to approach trading the correct way, and we have to be willing to put our emotions aside and do what's necessary to be able to ensure that success. Sometimes we just got to take that step back to move forward properly. Other times it might be different for different people. But whatever issue you're facing, whatever demons you're fighting, assess the situation first, right? Dissect the problem from all angles, beginning, middle, and end, and then put things in place to prevent it from happening. If it's something that needs to be eliminated and it's standing in between you and success, then you have to find a way. You have to find a way. Because sometimes these things are mental things, right? Like, let's say averaging down, for example, right? We all can tell each other not to do it, but sometimes we'll do it and it'll cost us dearly. We know we're not supposed to, but we do it anyways. And so if that's what's stopping you from being profitable, let's say, and this is just an example, right? And it is the reality for some people, but others it's something else. Well, let's just say this is it, right? That's the issue that's left. You have to find a way to prevail. You have to find a way to prevail. Dissect it, see what's causing it and why. And you ultimately know yourself best. You know yourself better than even your wife, your significant other. You know yourself better than your therapist, So sit down, if you're a religious person, you pray and you come up with a plan. You come up with a plan and you stick to it no matter what. And you get past those obstacles. And before you know it, you're becoming more refined. You're making less mistakes. And before you know it, you're seeing more green consistently over time. So I encourage everyone here to keep pushing. And we can even talk about when is a good time to potentially leave, right? Because as you guys know, we're the most the most transparent trader out there. So we talk about everything. If you're somebody who's been trading and you've been, let's say, doing everything you possibly can and it's not working, and it's been a long period of time, ultimately there is an opportunity cost. Time that we're spending trying to do this is time that we're not spending doing something else. And that this is always the case because, we cannot multiply ourselves. We cannot clone ourselves. And so we can only be at one place at one time. And I think this is a little subjective. It comes down to the individual. But ultimately, you don't want to have regrets. So you have to make sure you do everything that you possibly can do whilst the going is good and whilst you're here. But if you're someone who's been doing that, as we said, and it's not working, it comes down to you and what you think is right. I don't ever view anything as quitting. I think it's more so, taking the lessons and applying it elsewhere. Because again, this is a business, and 80% of small businesses fail. They say 9 out of 10 traders fail. If I'm going hard at it every day, five 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 20, 15 years, and it hasn't worked, you know, maybe I want to take my talents elsewhere. So that's something that'll come down to the individual, and if you feel like your time could be better utilized somewhere else. Because even as good as a trader as I am right now, right? If I'm to come across something else that I'm just as passionate about or even more, and it can also be just as lucrative or even more lucrative, then I have a decision to make. You know, it literally is that. Like, yeah, this is going good and it's fun. I love doing it, but I could love doing something else that could also be lucrative. And so at that point, you can choose. But again, it comes down to situation. Other people will have more time than others, right? Just depending on certain factors, like, naturally, like if you have like a family and things like that, there definitely can be more pressure when it comes to the time horizon, right? Versus somebody else who might just be either in a relationship or not married or something like that. Maybe there's not as much pressure, right? Maybe they're in a different stage in their life, your age, all these different things will matter. Are you a teenager, young adult? Maybe you're in your mid 30s, maybe you're in your 50s, right? All these things can play a role in terms of like how much time you want to give it. But um ultimately I think the numbers are somewhat skewed because you have they say 9 out of 10 people fail, right? But out of everybody who doesn't make it, or let's say those 10 traders, out of those 10 traders, how many came in and just maybe traded, lost a lot in the first week or month, never opened up their account again to trade to look at anything, right? How many people came in and got education before they really like started? The market is so accessible. The average person at 18 can just open up Robinhood right now with $500. They don't know anything about trading. So if that person loses money, do they count as the statistic as somebody who lost? Unless brokers really share everything, we wouldn't know for sure. But we can make assumptions, right? Like for sure, not everyone was like educated in one way, form, or another, right? We go to university for 4 years to then essentially have mastery over something, right? Certain fields you got to go for more, right? The doctors, and so they got to do the undergrad, the grad, and more, but they've had education before they went into their respected fields. So how many traders are really, you know, studying first, learning first? As LYT is pushing up, man, not a lot. A better statistic would be for people who did some sort of formal education and studied for a long time, right? Respected respected the rules of engagement, right? Using the simulator, using the small size, like that would be a good statistic to see. Like how many of those people who are available and had time were able to, you know, see some sort of success versus the masses. Over 12 seems interesting. There's 12.20, but it's right back down. Can we get back? There's a small bid, 11,000 at 03, or is that at 12? Time 46. Orders low, pretty good. Highs at 12.20. It's struggling. Can we hold? Okay. 38 fill, which is super high. And it's still kind of struggling. 60. Okay, it might mean business. It seems like it's trying to shake off these short sellers. I'm going to keep my size small for now. But I want to see it over 1250. I think 1250 was the level originally. I want to see it over 1250. It's trying. But once it gets above 50, it needs to hold above 50. Very good. 14.17 for the halt up. So once that got above 1250, it didn't even like dip into that area again. We held above 13 with a 10,000 share bid. This might get filled. No, it's locked in. Yeah, we held above 13 with a 10,000 share bid. So I just took it. If I was to take a loss there, I'd get back in immediately 1270 wherever I'd be stopping out, because unless we break back below 1250, I think it's good. But that could have been brutal. I could have lost, what was that? Let's say 35 cent plus another like 35 cents. I could have lost like 70 cents there to see if this was going to work. So we'll be in at 13.18 or out at 13.81. Those breakout trades I'll miss sometimes because we're at the level for so long and we're seeing like 40 and then 20 on the bids, 45, then maybe 30 or 10, even like 10 on the bids. There's like a 30-40 cent range. I don't want to be buying 45, stopping out at 10, buying 40, stopping out at 20. So I just let it go. If the spreads are tighter up there, I try more for the breakout, but if not, I just let it go. And then if we can hold up above the level and that resistance becomes support, then maybe we mean business. But even then, are you willing to buy, like I just did, like 70 cents higher than the entry, which would have been 12.50? Ay. But shorts are getting squeezed out. So it was shaking them right here. You know, it's like you're shaking a tree, shaking out an apple tree for all the apples to drop out. And now it's squeezing. I expect it to go higher here. 13.38 I had as a level. Other than that, I honestly think this maybe can do like 20 bucks, but there's no guarantees here. We'll see how far it goes. The question is, how much size do I want to use? Okay, I just made like $1,000, so I think I'll risk $1,000. So yeah, 1,500 size. And I can increase my risk, but if I do, I have to be open to having a much bigger loss. So from pastoring and preaching back to trading. As the stock gets to the right level, we're back involved. We lost half our viewers too throughout that rant. Some people probably heading out to the day job, others might have just said enough of this guy rambling on. Maybe a little bit of both. 53, 58 for resumption. $53, 58. $53, 58. You know, at the very least, this will be interesting, right? We're at 14.17. It's showing lower. I'm seeing 13.68, maybe even 11.20. It looks like it'll be 13.60 resumption, slightly lower. I'm going to be aggressive here, but I'm going to be open to taking that big loss. You guys know how it is, right? These resumptions are like some of the most volatile trading, almost like having the 9:30 bell. We got less than a couple seconds here, less than 10 seconds. 14.17. Here we go. Over the high. Oh, no, 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 no. Damn, that was a poor fill, but it's going to work. Why is the fill so terrible now? I could have been out of that scratch, but fill's in the depths, man. Lows at 13.33. Should have took that. My fills are like just got terrible. Size down to 500. These should have been winning trades, man. High is at 31. Maybe I just try to buy a dip. 25. Well, maybe it breaks out here. I stop there. Oh, might go here. It's a little tricky. The breakout is having trouble. What was that? 1360? Damn. I'm not happy here, man. I'm not happy at all. But, you know, that's how it goes. Fills went from beautiful to awful. 1359 the lows here. Perhaps I sized down for a bigger dip. Low 59. It looks decent. I'm just waiting. Spready. $78. Lovely. Lovely, brother. It might reject. Is it gonna go? It needs to get over 45.50 here. That was a good fill too, but no good. Over 45, can we see something? If not, can we hold up above 60 area? 1445, 1360 seems to be the range. There's 42. Are we gonna try again? I gotta stop looking at my fills, man, because I'm taking my eye off the level 2 for like a half second, and it's just not good. You're missing data. The high fills, you gotta love it. It's not dropping. Can we hold this? We'll try. I will try. I will try. We need to get through 45 though. Still holding a third. Still got paper hands. Looking to add back. I'll take it here. Tight stop. Can we see it? Or the depths. 25 only. I need to see 45. KB, are the bulls still alive for the 1 minute candle make new high? This 5 minute candle has 3 minutes. It might still need more consolidation, but we held up the lows there, hitting 28. 60 and like, what was this? The support zone is like 60 and like, what's that blue line there? 38, perhaps. Let's say 20. We've been seeing resistance at 1440. So the high of this current candle is 25, and if we can get the 5 minute candle to make the new high and then get to 50, perhaps we can see a retest of 15, which can lead to a retest of 5-day. It's fluctuating quite a bit here. It's a high consolidation here. Are we going to dip down? Oh, 3. I'm just waiting patiently. There's 80, 70. So we got to hold up like between 60 and 20. And there's resistance 45, 50. 13, 20, 13, 60, 14, 45, 14, 50. High or low. So whenever I buy like in the middle, it's because I'm looking to anticipate the move up, or maybe it could be like a high dip sometimes. So here we go, 15. I could buy 20 right here. What's it gonna do? I'm not in. I'll try. I'll try. I stop. Can we get to 45? I'm back out. Scratch trade. It's not going. So people are probably reshorting it here at like 1440, 1430. So they can get squeezed again if it goes. If not, sells off to 13 and then 1250. I have no idea which way it's going to go. But if I see that it's breaking over 45, best believe that I'll be in. If it keeps holding up the dip, I'll look to take it. And that's what makes trading difficult, is that even looking at where the support could be and where the resistance is, it can still flush out. So right here I'm going to buy again, but if it flushes out, I'll just have to take a loss. And like that, I'll have to take a loss. 32, but it's still fighting. 32. Yeah. Try it again. Do not go to the depths. All you do. Okay, it's gonna go to the depths. I'm gonna lose again. That's what makes it tricky, right? Is that it's not gonna hold there forever. So once we're back in, we have to expect that it might come down. So when it does come down, like it did, can't get upset. It's just part of the deal. It's not personal. So we didn't flush out the 1250 or something. So it's still kind of here at 1320. So does it want to curl back up? They're still seeing a lot of selling. There's a 1. Nope. All right. Maybe short sellers won this fight. Yeah, and there's 1250. It's so crazy because like the equal and opposite reaction could happen so easily, like, or not easily, but it's just the other side of it. Like we could be pushing up at 1550 right now. Instead we're at 1250. So Anybody who's short at 1440, 1430, 1420, here they are, feeling good. 30,000 share bid at 1250. It's a good $2 a share move, man. So, not bad. Not bad at all. These people are probably going to cover some of their shares at some point, right? And so that along with buying maybe provides a bit of a bounce. Maybe. APVO has a spread, 20 cents, volume, a little lighter. Can LYT curl back up? I think so, but we'll have to get back over 1320 and then maybe 1360. APVO struggling, LYT breaking down some more. CELZ trying a little thing, but I don't know. CERO, no good. IMRN, not much. IPA, LYT. OCA, not much there. PHUN, not much. APVO halting down. Yeah, CELZ might be worth watching. The halt up to 36, but there's a bit of a spread. The volume's a little lighter. LYT needs to get over 1316, and then I believe it was 1360. Phil's Feels range from 38 to like 22 right there. Getting out. I might get back in. Can we keep holding up here? Do not fail me now. Are the bulls still alive? There's 05. I'll cut it. 91. Well, we got to get back above 38. Really. But yeah, 60. I think 1360 will be good. Confirmation. CELZ, the volume is super light. APVO, we're halted down. Not a bad day at all. But you know, it's like yesterday, I'm very grateful for this kind of day. But yesterday and Monday, man. Or two, what's today? Thursday? Yeah, Wednesday and Tuesday rather. Wednesday and Tuesday were days to be up this amount too. Even the two team house, or let's say the team house day on Monday, and if even Friday should have been at least a green day. I'm not gonna try and catch up or anything like that, but just a little, you know, just a little disappointing in that aspect. This is aggressive entry, boy. I gotta be careful and buy low. I think it's holding above 13.16, so I'm gonna watch. Do not go to the depths. I'm gonna give you a chance to fly high. See, that's the thing with these expensive stocks is that the range it's gonna have a range, right? So it's that low of that last 95, low of the current 91. Maybe I'm buying too high. Maybe I should have been buying here. And there's 82. There's 80. Is it coming back down? Perhaps. And this is how you can lose money on the backside. Trying to get that curl back up, but you know, maybe it's just finished. The main thing is the size down here, not overtrade. I think APVO might offer decent resumption. So 35, what's that? 1533. We got about a minute. I think we could see a bounce on this one. But I'm not going to go more than 1,000 shares here. Might be too risky for even 1,000. APVO 1533. We got about 30 seconds or so. APVO. We're halted down at 898. Here we go. Of course, it's 10 minutes. That reminds me, I have to stop this one and start it again. How much? If you got 9 minutes, yeah, we'll cut it. Cut it there. Start it again. I'm looking to shut it down soon though. Once this resumption comes, if LYT isn't like shaping up for break of 1360, I'm gonna be out. Likes out. It's back at 1330. LYT. Back down though, back down. Right back down. APVO 2033. Time of day 11:18. Five-figure day. Question mark. Seems like the chat room is doing well. $20. Split, nicely done. Cactus, nicely done. Tim, nicely done. Dynasty, nicely done. Ken. Hersey, down 600. Danny, down $10. Small red day. Mike, green 43. Checking out the Discord. Green Dream, red 400. Green Dream is doing really well these last couple of weeks, couple of months. Dan Shark, nicely done. Tasty Trades, $75. Resumption, 22. No, 2033. So we got a couple seconds. APVO, can I get it on screen? 98. Couple seconds. We're at 898, showing gap down. Here we go. I don't like it. Not unless it drops like a rock. Halt up is at 942. The volume is light. Spreads are getting tighter, but nothing. Wait, I'll try again. But nothing. Yeah. Disaster. Where's the volume on this thing? The spreads got tighter, so I thought it was alright for the push through 9, but no bounce. Maybe it does something a little later. Yeah, I think it's a good place to call it. Yep, it's a good place to call it. $10,420.86. Pretty solid day. You know, this is yes, for those two recaps I posted, I put small green in there because for the way how I'm seeing things, it's like this is where we gotta be, man. You know, this is where we gotta be, and it's why we did that long recap yesterday too. It's like we just know what it is. You know, we know what not in like a arrogant way, but we know once the momentum is there and that we can be disciplined, we know what we can expect. And so yesterday I'm there like the momentum is so good, but the fills are so bad. And the fills, the moment this stock started to go crazy, my fills just went out the window, man. You know, it reminds me so much of when I used to game and there would be lag. The lag can make a huge difference. You can be a great gamer, a great trader, and the lag like reduces your ability, you know, to execute. And we'll be playing these games, and we have this expectation, right? Not that the other players aren't good because they are, but we know what we can do and we know what we can do well. And when the lag comes in, it throws off the execution. And if the execution is off, then we're off. And, you know, we'll lose. We'll have to respawn, come back again. So, you know, hopefully we can continue to see some better fills tomorrow and then into next week. But even with the bad fills, we'll take whatever we can get, man. Anything is good. I still remember the days of working at Amazon in the delivery station, you know, sorting 25,000 packages on my shift in the inbound, and, you know, working there 6 days a week, 10-hour shifts for $980 on my check. So I'm not going to ever take what I'm doing here for granted. I'm not going to take it for granted, even on a slow day, even on a messy day. I'll take it any time of the day, any day of the week, any month of the year, any year of the decade, every decade of the century. All right, LYT. I'm going to jump in here. Can we keep going? LYT. Big levels for LYT here. LYT, talk to us, and talk to us nicely. Build on the ass, okay, no problem, cool. Hold up, I need another order entry, quick. It's a little tricky. Still need more volume, but it's holding up well. I want to be in and holding a little longer in this area here if I can. If I get the opportunity to. If not, I'll try to scalp. But scalps are a little choppy. I'll say the price action is a little choppy. What's the height of current candle? 16. I'd love to see a proper dip. We might not get one. It's like it's still getting shorted. Can we go? It's having trouble. It's like short sellers are still here. Or the volume is just not here yet. That could be the case too. So maybe I try again. Still not going. If the losses can be scratched, I'll keep trying. Well, once I start to lose, I'll have to ease off. If not, can we see that beautiful dip? Timing the dip is always the problem, though. Asking for trouble doing that. 60. See, like that fill right there should have been like 55. And now I have to take this loss. It's just so silly, man. It held, and I might miss it here. It's holding tight. Son of a gun. Once it starts to go, we might really take off. 14. We got to clear 14, 13 though. Somebody's selling still. Like I'm saying that because I expect us to be going and it's not going. So like, what's going on? Do not fail. That's all we're asking here. Can we curl back up to 1380 and not go to the depths? $36, $35. I'm trying because it's not heavy, but it might fail here miserably. If it just goes down, I'll just take the loss. But where's the buying? Like where's the buying here? Buying is in the depths. 28. Maybe I'm trying my luck here. Too many trades perhaps. I'm out of mental capital. Watch it go up to 90 here. Watch. 60. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna re-up on my mental capital. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try and hold this. I want to hold this longer. I think we should get over 14, 13. But the opportunity could cost of not taking the 5, 10 cents. And will it? Pull away, pull away. Good, good, pull away. I know we can get over 14, 13. Talk to me nicely. All right, all right, all right. 17. I'm going to add back. Can we keep going? All right. Yes, sir. Now that's more like it. Now to the moon. Do not fail. Damn, man. Gonna get the fill on the ask. Day trading, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sizing up here too, so Come on. Okay, good. But I don't think I'm getting the fills. 60. Do not blaze me. I'm gonna get blazed. Okay, I'm not making progress. Frustration, brother. But you gotta keep cool. Gotta keep cool. Sizing back down. Staying present. Not losing sight of the prize. Like, I expect those trades to be some sweet winning trades, and they're nothing. Definitely frustrating. They're losers. 15. And you getting in with that big size high just wiped out that sweet gain that I had of holding that trade longer. But in that area is another area where, and I think I'm saying this twice today, I gotta just load up in that area and just accept the loss, because I could go heavy. But I think in the future, but I'm thinking like 10,000 size, you know? I don't feel like that all the time. Like, that intuition is not always there. But when it is, I can go for it and just accept the risk. And it's like we held up that low so well that we should have made that move, you know, and we did. So 57 right here. It seems like a bit of a higher low to this point. I want to see us get back above 15. Yeah. Big Steve, we're double topping. We're flagging though. We must hold. We must hold. We must hold up. I might try holding it a little longer again if I get the chance. If not, I'll scalp. How is that not a bigger winner? Come on, cover, 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 cover. Good, good, good. Should have held that trade, man. Short sellers getting squeezed. 1760. I should have held that trade, man. I should have held that trade. Are they not covering still? I might try again here. Where's that covering? It's not coming. 42? Come on, cover, cover, cover. They're not covering. I can't understand how I haven't made money, man. This is just this is madness. Complete madness. How far will it go is a good question here. Maybe I ease off. Maybe I should stop. We've lost money on $4 a share move. We don't have any business trading this thing. And good intuition throughout the move, man. Just goes to show you how hard day trading is that you can expect the move and still lose money. That last push before I had sold though, I didn't expect to see $2 a share move. Ay ay ay. It's like I can just see what the short sellers are gonna do in certain areas, right? Again, the intuition isn't 100% accurate. It's not always there, but sometimes in those key levels, because if I'm going short, it just makes sense to cover there to keep a tight risk. If not, you can be getting squeezed out at like 18, right? I think the best place to be short is the beginning of the backside, but it's always hard to tell. But they'll make money because if once they get the backside, I mean, this is probably going to go back down like $10, right? At least that's what we usually see. But not making money there for me is a crime, so I think I have no choice but to slow it down. Man. Pastor is in the depths, brother. MSAI. And some other stocks. I don't know how far this will go. It looks pretty healthy. We're getting a bit of a 5-minute red candle. But I mean, it looks good. Maybe we go till to 20. Do I want to size down and keep watching? I don't know. I mean, you don't make money in a $4 share move. You kind of got to consider just. This is what it's all about, man. Staying confident and staying firm in these situations. That's what the better version of myself would be doing, so I must follow suit. We have a low of 1579. We have a low of 1529. Have to look adversity into the face and smile. Keep trading. Business as usual. There's nothing stopping me from making money in the next $4 here. Just got to manage risk. Low 1529. I'm gonna size down though. 2,500 shares might be a little too much at this point for max. I'm gonna come down to 8 base and 15 max. And you know, this is good. This is good because it makes me more excited, right? Knowing that I could have captured that move. Good hold at 16, although a little high. Good hold. There's 50. Over 34. It's moving up. So 16 held up nicely there. Tight pullback. 17. Is it going to go all the way to the end zone? Ay, ay, ay. 82. No fill, 85. That volume was good. Like that kind of volume is serious business. Do we need to pull back more or can we get back on the ascension? KB. Is it gonna go, KB? 1750. It's struggling to go though. 1825. I think over 1750 if we can hold, but it might just go straight up with a big move. That's what we've been seeing. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Am I getting again if it holds? 57. Kinda high. Let's cut that. 80. See, if I'm in low, I could hold that, man. I'm getting this trade right here. We got to be careful of it failing miserably right now. It needs to go. We must go here. We must. I'm not seeing the volume, and we'll take a haircut there. That's a high of day rejection. What was that? A retest of the high? Because we had highs at 1825. We got 1860. We're back down to 1750. I'd say rejection of the highs for this type of stock. 50 cents over the previous high is nothing. We need $2 a share move here. There's 18. 1809. Oh. Let's cut that. Let's cut that for a loss. Waiting. It's a little dicey. 20, 17. We held up nicely there, but still going down. 1698. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I don't know. I think we look good. I'm gonna just risk appropriately here. Low was what? 91? I'm in at 18. I'm just gonna manage risk. Alright, cutting it. It's taking too long. I'll get back in. One. Well, there's a spread. Freaking spread. Tight stops, tight stops. I can see this curling back up, so I'm going to hold this just for a little bit. KB. Relentless trader is here, brother. Looking for these sweet trades like this. Pastor is here, brother. Pastor's not here. Taking a big loss. I expected through 18 there, no good. We're dipping first. Can this dip hold? And then maybe a retest. Pastor getting humbled quickly. Having fun though. Trading and having fun, right? That's the way you want to do it. If I take this too seriously, I'll go crazy. So I gotta do what I gotta do to make it all make sense, you know? This madness of day trading. Keep my cool. As we know, nothing is too silly. Nothing is too small. It could flush out here. Fair fill. Can we get separation though? I'm gonna sell too soon. I'd have loved to hold that entry longer too. I'm out a little early, but it could still come down again. But if not, we'll scalp it as it goes. 80, 80, 71, 62. It might come down, but it's not flushing down. Damn, that was so bad on my side. I could have been in like 88. And having a losing trade. That was sloppy. In fact, I should have been in at like 60. I'm in at 20. 60 cents higher is ludicrous. That's not the broker, that's me taking long to buy. Pastor, brother. Slacking. Big slacking. The low was at 57 right there. The new 5-minute candle is 2 minutes out. I think we're looking pretty decent. $17.40. Guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up. We still have 340 people here. Time 11:49. Time is going. I might need to bring out my chair. I think I'll bring out my chair. Hopefully it doesn't move. Okay, let's hold on. 18. I'm forgetting my levels. What was the move up? 50? Was 50 the key level? Can't remember. Yeah, about 15 and 8. We gotta get back above 18. The low 57 and 60 area. 60. There's 79. 99 on the ask. There's a spread. 82. It's looking pretty decent. I suspect that it'll try again, but I don't know when. If not, we failed miserably, but I'm leaning on the side that it tries again before it fails. Or if it goes, and maybe this is it, if it goes here, we probably can get a new high as well. Do not Titanic. Do not. Can we get the new high? Sometimes it's the volume right there so sudden it's hard to predict, right? If I know when that type of push is coming, I'd just be in holding. Like a few seconds before. Why didn't we get 19 and 20, man? I don't know. I think it might be finished. Ah, what a disaster. In the highs, losing 50 cents, 1,500 shares, man. Should be mooning. It should be mooning. I don't know, but like my gains have been stuck here. I've been stuck. I think this is a good place to walk away. Gotta walk away while the going is good. Gotta walk away whilst the going is good. But this is pretty encouraging because then on a good day like this, I know I could have done like 15 to 18K. So I know that there's more. If I can study up and be a little tighter in these areas, there's more. So I must study again tonight. I must study up. I got to do that recap. I got to look over some film. It's the beautiful thing about trading is that there's almost always something to improve on. And so it's always encouraging for the next day. But at the same time, you don't like I'm grateful, but it's like, I don't feel exactly how good I should feel because I missed so many opportunities. I still feel pretty good though. I feel great. But I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. And it's this thing of like you gotta understand that you can't be perfect and you're never gonna capture all the opportunities. If not, you could kind of be a little stressed out, but right now, stressed out is my middle name. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. But I'm gonna keep pushing to improve until I can't improve no more. So it's a good day. I'm gonna shut it down here. I think this could be backside. Shorting, and then people might be shorting and maybe risking the highs here with this double top. Perhaps this could be backside. If not, maybe it tries again later. But will we hold up this consolidation? Right? Will we hold up this consolidation? All these levels here gotta hold. And if we do, perhaps it tries again later. But I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna take what I have, smile, and run with speed. Tomorrow again, 9:15 a.m. bright and early. So I'll catch you guys in the recap. I don't know if I'll come back and trade. If I do, it has to be because it's at the high and it's holding above the high right here and looking to go higher. If not, I'm not gonna bother. But being a short seller, man, I mean, it's like us. I guess it's the same thing, right? I mean, it's the inverse. If we're trying to buy a support level where we could break down, it's like imagine going short into the high of this green candle looking for that rejection. But if it keeps going, you definitely take a quick loss, right? Brave souls. I guess we're all pretty brave, really, for even stepping into this arena. Day trading and investing and just swing trading, all sorts of trading. You got to be pretty brave because, the risk is always present. But anybody who might be short into this green candle aggressively, if this is backside, they have positioned themselves as best as they possibly could. And if it sells off over time, they will be rewarded fruitfully. And I don't know, since I started looking into going short, like when I found out about it, it always seemed more natural to be in and holding slightly longer. But I could still see myself going short and scalping like I do going long. But definitely in key, getting a nice sweet candle like this, and then maybe even a little bit of this right here, continuation down. If TD had shares available on every single stock at every single time, I wonder if my mind would have been better at recognizing the backside in the moment to flip short. I think it would have been incredibly difficult. I think it would have been incredibly difficult because in the mindset of trying to go long, but also recognizing if the breakout isn't happening, it could work, right? Recognizing that the breakout is not happening. So it's like, to be a good breakout trader, you got to know when to be in and when not to be in. And you have to also understand where we might drop once we're hitting that resistance. And also, can you keep the stop tight? So I think with a combination of those factors, I would have been able to recognize these backsides and be in. Even if some days it keeps going, I take a quick loss and then it's back to going long, right? It's like one small loss and then you're back to going long again. But I think I could have been able to be in these areas here. But I don't look for it because it's not something that we're able to do. It's like your mind has to be open to the idea to really stimulate the thought and then think about the execution. If not, you'll just be floating. So I have other brokers, which is good. So maybe this is something I add into my arsenal to become an even better trader. Imagine me going long and then being able to go short on the backside. I mean, that could be something else. That is an idea. It sounds like a pretty good one too. There's always room to improve, so it's something, and I don't have to start aggressively. I can start off doing it with just a few hundred shares, 100 shares, just literally 100 shares. Have the other brokers set up on the main stock when there's just one stock like this, and just keep it open. Have the order ready, small size, 100 shares, and just practice it for a few months. Can't hurt. So I think maybe we've discovered something new here today. Maybe this allows us to go to the next level. Who knows? Who knows? But anyhow, this is where we're gonna shut it down. Albert, I see there's a ton of messages there, brother. Sorry, but when I'm looking, maybe there's a conversation, but when I'm trading, I don't look at the chat at all. Not even for a second. Yeah, I try not to cuss on here, but occasionally it'll happen. Maybe not occasionally. Maybe every once in a blue moon. Sometimes the trades just, trades get the better of me, man. You can see, if you can watch on and see, right? Like, I'm not perfect at controlling my emotions, like my face, all this stuff. Like, you'll see everything, like uncertainty, confidence, aggression. Maybe at times I'll be more frail, but you know, a lot of people like to say relentless. You're always so cool and calm, but again, I have the emotions too. But I just understand it'll be in my best interest to not let it control how I trade. Just taking a step back, even if it means in the moment I'm missing a trade. Sometimes I have to take a step back, remind myself of what I'm doing and why I'm here, and I can prevail. I cannot let myself be my biggest hindrance. Because we can be our greatest strength, we can be our greatest weakness in this field. I cannot allow myself to be an opposing factor. On this side, I must be organized. If you want to use a military analogy, my troops must be in alignment. We must be together. Me and my inner self, we must be in alignment and have the same goal. If not, facing against the market, I'm not even going to stand a chance, because at home, I don't even have peace. It's chaos. You're not going to stand a chance. We have to be disciplined. But yeah, this is where I'm going to shut it down. I'm out of here. I've been here for so long. It's time to go. For those of you going till 4 p.m., continue to be disciplined. Continue to be patient. Look for those opportunities that you know and love. Perhaps LYT does try again, but this is where I'm gonna shut it down. Big Steve with a nice day as well. Big Steve getting it done. Big Steve, brother. Do I trade with my P&L open? Yeah, my P&L is always on the screen, but it doesn't really bother me. Or let's say it doesn't distract me. I use it as a tool, right? I use it as a tool to understand my fills and how I'm getting filled, because I can see how I'm trading mentally, like where I'm buying, where I'm selling, and then how that reflects in the P&L. And this is how I'll know if I'm getting good fills, bad fills, if I need to size down at times. Like, you have to utilize this stuff to your advantage and not let it be a distraction, right? But if it is a distraction and you want to take it off the screen completely, if that's the best way for you as the individual, you definitely want to do what you got to do. But for me, it's like another indicator, if anything, right? It's another indicator. This thing is back up. The 5-minute candle made the new high over 46 over the small flag. And just like that, red to green, back in business. Will we flag again up here, or is it going to give back all the gains? If it flags again and breaks out, it could try one more time. From 255, man. If they ever invent a time machine, man, there'll have to be some crazy regulations. They're gonna have to come up with some new rules and new laws. Because my goodness. Bitcoin, even stocks like this on the day to day, then you have all the large caps and like Tesla and these type of stocks. Jilly, Jilly. Big red to green, way to go. Kept it calm. Jilly, you can message me, man. You can message me anytime, but yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm overdoing it. If it goes, I'll trade it. I'll trade it and then I'll talk about it in the recap. But yeah, I want to lay down. I want to go take a break. I'll be back in 10. Hopefully there's some fruits I can go eat. I gotta check the fridge, see if there's some nice grapes or something. Some pineapple. Maybe some cantaloupe. Cantaloupe can be pretty good. Or some cherries. Cherries are always sweet and nice. Kiwi. Kiwi's not bad either. So yeah, take care, guys. Stay safe, stay green. Check out those links down below. Thank you for rocking with me. We got 283 people still here. You guys are the real MVP. Yeah, we appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to be here in front of the audience. And thanks for staying with me despite being a complete crazy person at times and throughout all the complaining. But we are performing and that's good. We are improving. And for the most part, it's always good fun showing up here, right? But again, do whatever you have to do to make yourself feel good and to make yourself be disciplined in the moments, right? Even if you got to talk to yourself or you got to take a quick second to remind yourself, whatever it is, nothing is too silly. Be very confident in what you're doing because ultimately, if it makes you a disciplined and consistent trader, nobody can't hate on that, man. So do what you got to do. And the Relentless Trader is heading out. Stay safe, stay green. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take a look at those links down below for Momo Pro, the chat room, as well as the day trading course that we offer. Other than that, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, stay green. Deuces.